So cool. We are live on Facebook. We are live on we are live on YouTube, and we are live on TikTok as well. So I'm happy that you're here with us. And let me just make sure that. Okay, good. So cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. As you are now dating, as you are now having a woman you intend to marry, you have a woman or you have a man whose intention is to marry you, and you are 100% that this man is going to marry you, and you believe it, and you believe him, and you believe in your relationship. The question I want to ask you before you know you go far with your relationship is: have you ever thought about? I see you, Sifan. Welcome. Have you ever thought about a situation where you guys are not gonna make it? Have you ever thought about that guy who is now seated beside you and you guys are planning to go get married? Have you ever thought about some days after marrying them? Because you see, dating is such a sweet period and season in a relationship between a man and a woman who intend to marry. Because, by the way, each one of us, the moment you see a woman, I know and I believe that a mature man who sees a woman doesn't see a sex toy, but they see a wife in every woman. I believe that a mature woman who sees a man who's been approached by a man doesn't just see that man as, the, what can I call it, the solution to her problems, but she sees a husband. She sees a future human being that she wants to dedicate her life to. So, when people are dating, there's always that sweetness of relationship. There's always that, entertainment and love and, commitment and adoration. Sometimes I wonder that there are people out there who still allow men and women to make their life miserable during the dating period. It saddens me that there's a woman somewhere who's allowing a man to frustrate her life during the dating period. It saddens me that there's a man somewhere who allows a woman to frustrate his life during the dating period. My question, what I'm always asking is, if this woman is frustrating my life while I'm still dating her, what is she going to do when I'm married to her? If this man is cheating while I'm still dating, I'm dating this guy. My sister, you're dating a guy, and the guy is cheating. The guy is not loyal. And you are still dating, meaning you have all the power to leave that relationship anytime you want. You don't need some papers to sign, you don't need to go to court, you need nothing. But they are cheating. I don't always know why somebody has to stay in such kind of relationship where someone is cheating or someone is frustrating your life, someone is toxic, but you're still dating and you're just there. You allow them to, torture you. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, what are these reasons behind divorce today? Teresa, I see you on YouTube. Thank you for joining. Welcome to our live today. What are these reasons that make people divorce today? The biggest reason for high divorce today, the first reason that you need to know, guys, is our parents. And I know people, some of you are shocked. How? You see, some of our parents have got something that I call unwanted interferences from the parents-in-law and, the brothers and sisters-in-law. the interferences that comes from our in-laws, both sides, the brothers-in-laws, the sisters-in-laws, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law. You see, today, most of the people are struggling with life. Some of the marriages that we are having today are marriages that are coming to rescue people. They are not marriages that are intended for longevity of the relationship between the husband and the wife. A marriage is done, wedding is colorful, people are invited to come to the wedding, but the intention that the parents or in-laws have towards your marriage as a person, as a woman, as a man, is not to see you people succeed together, but they look at your marriage as the only source of what is going to take them away from their problems. You are marrying from a family that is struggling with their life. For example, I'm marrying a woman who is the firstborn in that family, and this family is in a state where they cannot pay school fees, for their kids. Maybe the same family, they don't even have a roof and over them. So what happens? This marriage, because I'm marrying the firstborn in this home, the parents pushes this lady to marry me, all right? Ask and push me to marry, not because they see me as a good man for their daughter, but they see me as a good man that will be coming to improve their life. I'm coming to make their life better. So they are looking at their in-law not as a source of a good husband to their daughter. They are looking at this lady not as a good wife to their son, but they are looking at her or him as a source of what is coming to what do what to make their life better. That marriage is from the start, that time when you're getting married, from the start, there's a divorce that is going to happen very soon. Because the family, the in-laws, your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters are going to be too much dependent on your marriage more than you are even dependent on your husband. You'll find out that your mother, your father, they're going to be asking for a lot of things. You see, I've always seen these marriages where people sit down and start discussing about dowry. People sit down and start, calculating how much dowry is intended to be paid. This is how much we want for our daughters. It is good, it is okay, but I want to caution you. You could be talking to someone who will not see your daughter after that marriage. They won't see your daughter as a partner they married. They'll see your daughter as a business, as a product, a commodity they bought. They went to the market, they bargained, and they paid much. And you realize that most of the families where dowry is bargained, there's a cultural way of bargaining dowry. There's what some of the communities, like even where I come from, Sweeto, thank you for those gifts, where people sit down. Pauline, welcome. I see you. Good morning. People welcome. People come. Hello, Saidi. I see you. Welcome to this. People come and sit down and discuss how dowry is going to be paid. They are not bargaining the terms like how much money is going to be paid for the dowry of this lady. No, they do it traditionally. The Kalenjins call it koito. The Kikuyus call it something. I don't know. I forgot it, but I know it. It just disappeared. All right. The Luos call it nyombo. So these are things that are always there. They are traditional way of paying dowry. But the question is this: when you are rurashio, thank you so much. When people sit down, the Kikuyus call it rurashio. When your parents sit down and start telling you that, you know what, that man must pay us these millions of money, that man must pay us this amount of money, you are being tripped towards divorce in the next few years. Because that man is not going to marry you as a woman he got, as a woman he loves, as a woman he's sacrificing to pay the dowry from his pocket. You need to allow that man to, un, you know, how do you call it? Empty his pockets. Let him empty his pockets towards marrying you. But there be some pressure that this is the amount that he has to pay. If he cannot pay this amount of money, then this marriage is not going to happen. Sweetheart, men can do it. They can ask their friends for money. They can go to a bank and take a loan and pay your dowry. But I can tell you, what is going to happen next is you are headed for a divorce. Unwanted interferences from parents and in-laws, both sides, is going to lead you to divorce. Sit down with your husband, sit down with the man to be, the man you want to marry. Sit down with him, look at his pockets, look at how much he can afford. Figure it out as a lady. Be quick, be faster than your parents and be faster than your man. Be very quick to figure out that this guy, the amount of money he can afford to pay my dowry is this much. If money is what is being taken with your family, if your family expect to take money as dowry, figure it out with your husband. Ask him if possible. This man wants to marry you. Sit down with him and ask him, baby, what is your budget? Or he's going to ask you sometimes that what do you think your parents are going to expect from me? Tell him that, baby, don't worry about that. What you can afford. And I know you know my worth, right? And what you can afford is what we want. I am 100% sure that when you choose the right man, you will not be worried about how much dowry he's going to pay because you will be 100% sure that this man is not going to disappoint me. So don't pressure your man when you're starting your marriage, because if that happens, 100% I'm telling you, you are headed for a divorce. Because there is a lot, when you're coming to this house, when people are dating, life is always very interesting. You don't see weaknesses from both sides. You don't see your girlfriend's weaknesses. You don't see your man's weaknesses. But the moment they come and they start living with you, these men start to think about, hey, so this is the person I had to take loan for. So I went to bank to take a loan of 3 million, 5 million, 50 million to pay dowry for this kind of a woman. And I will tell you something. Even if this man did not go to a bank and take a loan to pay your dowry, still he would have thought about that. Those who are married and are watching this, think about your marriage sometimes. How do you sometimes see your wife? Sometimes you look at her and ask, why did I get married to this lady? These seasons are always there. They are there. They come in marriages. There's that period, and so that if you just got married yesterday, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're having some issues and sometimes you feel like you made the wrong decision to marry that man, it happens in every marriage. It's not in your marriage. It happens in every marriage. So be ready that these things are going to happen. Ever smiling. Please be silent and be patient. I'm going to answer questions in a short while. If I'll start answering questions here, I'll divert from divorce into something else. So give me like 10 to 15 minutes. I'll do my teachings and then we can start asking questions. Remember, guys, you can like the video if you just came in. You can like if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment there. And I'll be answering your questions, especially if you're watching on TikTok. It rolls very fast. So if you leave your questions now, maybe I will not see them. On YouTube, you can leave your questions. The chat is easy to read them. So just give me some few minutes and I'll be answering your questions. Number two, so the first reason why divorce is happening outside there is interferences from our parents-in-law from both sides. And when I say parents-in-law, I include even your brothers and sisters-in-law. There are some of the people who get married and then you bring your sisters-in-law, you bring your sisters with you to your marriage. I caution women today, please don't do it. It was a good thing long time ago because people respected themselves. Men had got refrainment. They knew how to refrain themselves. They knew how to be disciplined in front of their, sisters-in-laws. But today, in this generation, I don't want to defend men. I don't want to spoil their name, but I want to tell you that it is better to prevent than to try curing. When you get married, go to your house alone. Your husband married you. He did not marry your sister. He did not marry your cousin. He did not marry your auntie. Go to that marriage alone and stay there for even 2 to 3 years before you start introducing your sisters into your marriages. Most of you get married, and then your parents, because your parents feel they can't take responsibility of your little siblings, they tell you, can you go with Jane to your marriage? We are sending Jane to your home or to your house, so that they lie. They put it quote unquote. We are sending him to come and help you with cares. You know, you just got married. So we are sending Jane, we are sending Sarah, we are sending Simprose to come and help you with the things at home. That's a danger. That's what we call interference from the parents-in-law, both sides. You know, sometimes you even find um, the man who's getting married, your parents tell you that now that you've gotten married, we want you to stay with your sister or your brother. No, when you are getting married, I caution you, and I'm cautioning again, we are in a very different generation today. We are no longer in that generation where men and women knew how to refrain themselves. When you are getting married, get married to one man, get married to one woman. It's only two of you. You are going to that family to pick a woman from that family. You went to that family to pick a man from it. My brother, when you're getting married, the Bible says that the man will leave his family and a woman will leave his family, and the two shall come together and they will start their own family as one. So when you are getting married, you don't need to pick another person from your family to come to start a relationship with. It's a relationship between two people. Go settle down, fix things, work on the things, make things work. Sometimes, my brother, what happens, you brought a brother of yours in your house, or you brought a sister of yours in your house. And when you start living together, this lady starts to feel that he's not being loved the way she used to be loved while the two of you are dating. What this lady is forgetting is, when you are dating, she used to come home and it was only you. So you used to start kissing from the door. You will kiss, you will undress from the door. As you move, she will be moving backward and you're moving forward and you're holding her and kissing her and caressing her from your door. And onto the couch, you will lie there and kiss and laugh and, do all the nonsense that you want to do, or all the good things that you want to do, because it was only the two of you during the dating period. Now you're married. Your parents have told you to go with your sister, to go with your brother. So now when you're coming back from work, your brother is seated there watching TV. Will you start kissing your wife? Will you start caressing her? Will you start doing the things you used to do? You won't do it. You'll go straight to the bedroom. So your wife will start like, this man doesn't love me anymore. This leads to divorce. She doesn't realize that you're not doing this because your sister is there. In her mind, she'll be asking, why is he not doing the same thing? This is just his brother. His brother knows we are married. So after all, why not? You are used to having sex every time, daytime, morning, night, evenings. Now you can't. You wait until it's nighttime. Why? Because there's a brother of you who's living here and can pop in anytime in the bedroom. You are used to, when you're making love and you're making sex, you shout, your wife shouts. You know her from the time you used to date. So she used to, talk in tongues when you are hitting it nicely. So you cannot do it because you're scared. Your sister is there. So you're giving your sister time. You want to do it at night. This is going to lead you to divorce. These things, I call them parental interference. Your parent should be wise enough not to send you with your sister in your marriage. Your parents should be wise enough not to send you with your brother in a marriage. Marriage is between two people. I'm coming to your home to pick you as a girl, as a woman, to go to marry. I'm not picking you with your sister. I'm not picking you with your brother. You are coming to my home to marry me. I'm not going to go to my home with my brother or my sister. They will visit. They can't visit us. They can come, stay 2 to 3 days, and then go. You cannot come to stay in my house permanently. Unless I have enjoyed my marriage, I have sat down with my wife and we have talked about it. And I've told my wife that, you see, right now we are having a good time together. We are kissing, we are making love everywhere in the kitchen, in the walls. We are making it even on, behind our doors. But my brother is coming and he's going to stay here for 2 years. So I don't know if you're comfortable that now our love making is going to be just on in our bedroom and at night. We will not do it as we used to do. Are you comfortable with that? Let me tell you something. Most of the women, most of the men will say it's fine just to make you happy. But I can tell you the truth. You are headed for a divorce when that man steps in your house. If there is something that is going to change because your brother is coming home, if there is something that is going to change because your mom is coming to stay with you, you're headed for a divorce, and it will be a very hurtful divorce. Not because you're a bad man, not because she's a bad woman, but because of interferences from our parents in law, both sides. Number two, why are we having divorces these days? Why are you headed for a divorce? Uh, Difficulty in understanding each other. My brothers, I've talked about this every single time. The biggest problem we are having is communication between partners. Today, you guys are dating. Everything you are told by your man, you say yes. There's no day you've ever said no. There's no single day you've ever told him that, bro, I'm tired, I won't make it. Every time he talks about an outing, you wear your clothes and you're going. Every time he wants to make love to you, you say yes. Sometimes you're having, those stomach cramps. You're a lady and you're having the stomach cramps. Your visitors are coming. You're almost getting to your period. Yes, you feel horny and you feel wet, but you have stomach cramps. You feel a lot of pain under your belly, but you won't say no because he's your boyfriend. And if you say no, maybe he's going to leave you. So you're scared. When are you going to start telling him, no, we can't do it? We need to wait. We'll do it some days, maybe tomorrow or maybe after tomorrow. This guy who's never said no to your woman, even if she asks for money right now and you don't have it, you'll have to borrow to give it to her. Poor communication and difficulty in understanding. The moment you see that you can never say no to your woman before you marry them, that's a recipe for a divorce. Because if you cannot tell her no while you are dating, how are you going to start saying no in marriage? Today, you're not saying no because you want to impress her, impress him. Today, you're not saying no because you don't want her to leave you. You are doing things just to please him. You are struggling and sacrificing. People say that, you have to sacrifice to your girlfriend. You have to sacrifice to your man. You're sacrificing things you don't believe in. I see even some people, changing their religion just because they want to get married. Are you sure before you change that religion because you want a man, because you want a woman? Are you sure? Are you sure that what you are doing, what you're sacrificing, is something that you will sacrifice even in the marriage? Some of us do it to please our people. We do it to please our partners, but we can't do it when we are married. It's a recipe for a divorce. You are headed for a divorce. Because once you get into his home, or once you bring her home, now you can't do some of the things you used to do. Babe, can we go for the club? Can we go to have a drink? Oh yeah, no worries, let's go. That time you're dating. Now you're married. Somebody's now telling you that you cannot take your wife to the bar. Now you're telling her that, sweetheart, we can't go to the club. You are married now. You're a wife now. You have to behave like a wife. If you used to take him to the club to drink, what changes? Just because she's a wife? Who told you wives don't drink? You used to allow him to go out and drink alone. You are impressing him to go and have beautiful time at whatever he wants. Now he's married you. Now you're forcing him to be with you at home. There's a big issue here with ladies. When you are married, you allow your man to do anything, go out, come late, and you expect that when now you will conceive and you're pregnant, you don't want him to go out. You are using your pregnancy now to force him to stay at home. You are headed for a divorce, my sister. When you are married, choose right and put boundaries. Have some boundaries, have some rules and regulations that will keep your marriage intact. Do not expect some things during some seasons and you don't expect them during other seasons. Whatever you expect today, you should expect it milele every single time. I know that sometimes pregnancy comes with a lot of, changes. I know some of our women who are always very beautiful, slim, sweet, light skin. You know, when pregnancy comes, my brothers, you would worry, what did I marry? Am I right? Is it true? Ladies and gentlemen, there are very beautiful women out here, but the moment you inject her and she becomes pregnant, she gets a deformation, and it's something that relates to hormones. And some of these things are caused with what women are using while they are still, young girls. Some of the things that you're putting on your body, some of those contraceptives you're using, some of those makeups that you're using, some of the sprays that you are, putting on your armpits, they are sending some hormones that are going to interfere with your hormonal balances. So when you get pregnant, you get that your leg becomes huge, your face becomes huge, you are deformed. What is going to happen? We have always to communicate properly. Do not misunderstand your partner. Sometimes your partner is telling you this, you are understanding that. Your partner is trying to correct you, the same thing that I talked about yesterday, just because he doesn't know that he's not supposed to correct you, because after all, we are marrying mature people. So you are not marrying a lady that you're going to correct. You are marrying a woman that you will be advising. You're not marrying a man or a boy that you need to correct in the marriage. You are marrying a woman, mature, developed, grown, that you need to advise. So when people are in marriage, they keep on doing what? They keep on correcting their partners instead of advising. So when you are correcting your partner, you lose them. I gave an example yesterday. Your partner cooks and she forgets to put salt, all right, on your food. So she brings food to the table and you are eating and you feel that the food is in less salt. What do? Do you call her and start correcting her on why you did not put salt? Why are you cooking food? How comes somebody like you, how come you can cook food without salt? That's not advice, that's correction. And for sure, she's mature enough, she needs to know that she has to put salt in food. But is it the right way to correct her? No, you don't need to correct. If the food doesn't have salt, all you need to do is you need to just say, honey, come on here, can I have some salt? Take the salt and sprinkle the food and eat. Later on, after you've eaten and you've told her, thank you, honey, it was a very delicious meal. Thank you for cooking for me. When you're seated there and, grabbing her shoulder, tell her, honey, but you know what? Don't you think that it's always great to put salt while you're cooking? Because, I don't like putting salt on food on my table. It's not even healthy. She will be, oh, honey, I'm sorry for that. I don't know how come I forgot. I didn't even taste that food. I was just rushing when I was cooking. Haven't you guys not solved the situation? But you see, when you ask her when she just brought the food, hey, this food has no salt, the response will be the same reaction. She will react to it. She will not understand and listen to what you're saying. So some of the things that are causing us to go for divorce is difficulty in understanding each other. If you don't understand your partner, that's a recipe for a divorce. 100% you're going to divorce, even if you've stayed for 20 years. I was reading a certain story of a gentleman who dated for 13 years. All right, they dated for 13 years, and then after 13 years they got married. And after marrying, they only stayed in marriage for 7 years and they divorced. So people were asking that how comes these people stayed for 13 years while dating and then got married, and after 7 years they separated? Why could they just see their 20 years together and appreciating and keep going? And one thing that I realized is in this season that we have made dating to be more powerful than marriage. In the past, marriage was more powerful than dating. People used to date 6 months, 1 year, and then they get married. But today, women are comfortable in dating than in marriage. Men are comfortable dating you than marrying you. Because of why? Responsibilities have been interchanged. Men are comfortable. What do they need? A man will tell you that, why do I need to get married? After all, I can get my food from the restaurant. I have my money. I have my car. I have women that I can even go and pay, and they come and quench my thirst if I have some thirst. So why do I need a woman in my house? They're just coming to for my money, because most of the people feel that women are coming, they get married to you, they get a certificate. After 2 years, they divorce, they go to court, they want your wealth. 50% of your wealth just goes like that. So men are saying, why should I do that? After all, I'm going to get a divorce. And there are men, big percentage of men who believe that a woman is going to come. I know that lady. I'm dating her, but I know her. This one cannot stay. If I'll bring her to my house, she will be here for 2 years and she'll be divorcing. After divorce, what happens? She'll take my wealth and disappear. The women as well, and I didn't finish that. So the men think that I can have my food from the restaurant. I also know how to cook. I have everything I can cook. So why is this woman coming to my house? What is she coming to offer me? After all, there are some women out there who are even ready to have kids before marriage. So they have kids. If it's a matter of children, I can get a woman out there who's ready to give me a child, and I'll take responsibility. That's why they don't want to get married. Women, on the other hand, the responsibilities have shifted. Women are making money these days. Women are self-sufficient. They are independent. They don't need, before, long time ago, women never used to work. They didn't have money and they couldn't stay in their homes, and they could not also build homes for themselves. So they needed a man to take them out of their place, out of their family, to go build them homes. So that was what was making marriage to be more precious and more prestigious than today. Today, people are just marrying, and that's why you see women only want wedding. They don't want marriage. They just want wedding for a click. Post that I got married in a colorful wedding. After that, you stay with her 6 months, 1 year, she's gone. She's taking her portion of wealth with her. They're independent. They have money. They can cook. They can build homes. Women today can buy a piece of land, build a home there, and start living there without a man. And there's nothing. People will not even question. Before, I remember when I was young, when I was growing up, a woman could not stay alone. It was a taboo. And it was not like they were being pushed not to stay alone. Even women themselves, they were scared. How can I just go and buy a piece of land and build a home there? Today, they do it. If they don't build, they rent homes, they rent houses. So, so you see, there's that. When you bring this lady home, when you are dating her, she's coming from her house to your house, she's comfortable at her place. You, as a man, you're comfortable in your place. She just comes on a weekend and she goes back. So you guys are comfortable. You can date for 20 years, everything is just fresh. Marry her, marry him, start staying together. That's when you will know that this man only washes her panties once in a week. That's where you know that this lady showers only once a day. That's where you will know that this man sometimes comes home tired and snores like a tractor. And you will not be loving this. You will not be interested in this. That's where you will know that your man is a 1 second man. Previously, when you are coming home during the weekends, he used to use blue pills. And that's why he used to hit you 6 times a night. When you used to visit on weekends, he used to sleep with you 6 rounds, 5 rounds, 3 rounds, and you are okay. Now you are married, he stops the blue pills. He can't even go around a night. So the marriage was beautiful, it was colorful, things were so good. But now in marriage, things have changed. This is what I call difficulty in understanding each other. You are pulling your dating period. You make your dating period too long until you are comfortable during the dating period. When you're getting married, things start to change. Now you start to see a man that you are not dating. You start to see a woman you've never dated before. You wonder what changed in this woman, what changed in this man. No, dating for a long period of time creates uncertainties. It creates imaginary occurrences. It doesn't create the reality of a man or a woman. So when you come together, you start to misunderstand each other, then it leads you to divorce. Number three, what are these things that leads to divorce? Money, lack of money and excessive availability of money. Do you know that some women are going to divorce you, my brother, if you have a lot of money? Men are going to tell me that, coach, you're lying. No woman leaves money. Yes, women leave money. There are women who will not stay with you if you have a lot of money. And again, there are women who will not stay with you if you don't have money. This is what happens. We live in a society where there's a lot of speculations going around. We have social media, we have TikTok, we have YouTube, we have Facebook. People are sharing a lot of things, speculations, not reality, speculations. They just talk about things that, oh, a man with a lot of money cannot stay with one woman. A man with a lot of money cannot stay. Never trust a man with a lot of money. If you have a woman who doesn't believe in you, who doesn't believe in what she chose as a husband, she will be poisoned by the social media to start. Guys, let's keep on liking this video. If you're watching me on TikTok, keep on tapping your screens. If you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and also like the video. Guys, listen. Society is going to poison you. You go to TikTok, people are saying men with a lot of money can't stay with one woman. And then it gets into your mind, it gets into your brain. You are so comfortable in your marriage. Your man has a lot of money. When he comes, he just put money anywhere. He doesn't care. When you ask for any amount of money, he's giving you money. You go on to social media, people are saying when a man is just giving you money and is not asking you how you use it, be careful, that man is cheating. Is it true? It could not be true. That can just be speculation. So what happens? You are in a marriage where money is flowing. When you ask for a car, he buys it. But your man is not cheating. But what happens? You start to doubt him. When doubt enters marriage, that marriage is destined to a divorce. What happens? When he leaves his mobile on the table, you never used to search that mobile phone. You pick it and you start searching. But I want to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, your mobile phone should be her mobile phone when you are married. Her mobile phone should be your mobile phone when you are married. But what I always coach my clients, those clients that I have private classes with, I always tell them this. No man will never have some messages that you can question. No woman will never have some messages that you can question in their phones. Every single time you pick a man's phone, if you start scrolling over his WhatsApp, you will always find some messages that you have to question, doubtful messages, unless that man is deleting those messages. But I can tell you 100% sure, if you have a handsome man, a man who knows himself, a man who is, who is disciplined, no matter how disciplined he is, there are some messages that you will question. Not because he's cheating you, not because he's flirting, but you see, like for example, myself, I have my colleagues that appreciate me every time. They tell me, hi, handsome. Some of you here on TikTok, when I'm doing TikTok here, your comments are there. Hi, handsome, how are you? Imagine my wife gets a message, a WhatsApp message from a colleague of mine who is a woman. And the message started, hi, handsome, how is it going? Do you remember our project? So this lady just called me, hi, handsome. Doesn't mean I'm cheating with her. Doesn't mean she's disrespectful. It's okay. What's the problem calling me handsome? What's the problem calling me sweetheart? What's the problem calling me honey? We call each other at work, sweetheart. I call you guys here when I'm doing live. But if your woman is not mature enough, when your man is not mature enough to understand that calling somebody honey doesn't mean you are dating. What if that text, what if I missed or I forgot and I just text you honey because I'm used to that? Then your husband is scrolling and then he sees honey and then, So I was talking about women. When you start having doubt about your husband, now you go to his mobile phone, you start scrolling, and you find some messages in his mobile phone. And then that message on TikTok that was saying men with a lot of money will always cheat hits your head. What happens? You'll ask him, sweetheart, Who's this who sent this message to your mobile phone? Ladies and gentlemen, if you know that touching his mobile phone will push you to ask him, whoa, who is this in your mobile phone? Don't touch that mobile phone. What I'm always saying is this: your husband's mobile phone should be yours and it should be free. Your wife's mobile phone should be yours and you should be free. You should use it. But if you know that finding some messages on her WhatsApp will lead you to question her, honey, who is this? Because what is gonna make you to get a divorce is that question, who is this? But if you will see that message, check it, scroll up, read those messages, and know who that person is without asking her, it's okay. Scroll on her WhatsApp and find out, then make a decision. This is what I'm always saying. Do not ask your partner, who is this? Because even if she will explain, you already cast a doubt on your relationship. That's the recipe. It starts from there. You are going to leave your wife questioning herself, questioning her loyalty. She might have been very loyal to you. That message that you are asking her, who is this? Could be just even a cousin of hers, could be a colleague. So she's there questioning herself. You know, the way men are really chasing me, this man doesn't trust me. For these many years we've been together, he still doesn't trust me. When you ask, that is for the women. When you ask a man, who is this? What a man sees is not the person you're asking him. The man sees you as a weaker woman. You are not secure and you're not safe. You are doubting yourself. And when you give a man a mind to think that, oh, so this lady knows that there's another beautiful woman somewhere else. If your man was loyal, if your man was not cheating, I can guarantee you he will start cheating on you. The man will not doubt, will not even have a mind that you're doubting them, you're doubting their loyalty. No. When you question a man, who is this? You are telling him, this lady is better than me, and he will go for it. Men go for what is the best in town. So when you start questioning your husband, who's this? What you're telling your husband is, there's another person better than me in town. So what I'm saying is this: if you want to go to his WhatsApp, her WhatsApp to check, don't go there so that you will question him. Who is this? Why is he here? Go there to check. When you see something, find out by yourself and make a decision. If you feel your man is cheating, yes, the Bible allows you to divorce. File a divorce, take your, what we call them, evidences to court and tell them, this is why I'm divorcing my man. When he comes to court, let him be surprised because you did your research and you knew that he was cheating. But don't ask a man to explain himself. He will explain himself. Will you trust his explanation? No. After his explanation, he will go now to cheat you because now he has convinced you, I'm not cheating. This is just a friend. Now he will go to do it. And now he will be doing it comfortably because he has convinced you this is just a friend of mine. But on the side of the women, she will not go to cheat with that man. She will be wondering, why does my man not trust me? And when a woman knows she's not trusted, when a woman knows that you don't believe in her, when a woman knows that her loyalty is taken for granted, she will not be cheating, but she will not be at peace in that marriage. What happens next? Divorce is staring at you. Last but not least, guys, social media attention. One thing that leads to divorce today is social media. I've just explained one scenario. You go to social media, you find people talking about marriages and divorce and these kind of things. And they're not just saying lies, they're saying speculations. You know, women that do this are not good in marriage. Men that do this are not good in marriage. Who told you? Women that go to club, women that drink are not good in marriage. No. Just say, like I always tell to myself, that no, I don't drink and therefore I don't want to marry a woman that drinks. But it doesn't mean that a woman that drinks alcohol is going to make a bad wife. There are so many women out there who have made very beautiful and best marriages, but they drink. And they are the holier than thou women, okay? Tukute tendereza Yesu, yeah. There are those women who are holier than thou. Hey, marry them and know how Jezebel was the worst woman for Ahab during the period, the season of Ahab. You would wonder, why did I leave the one who's drinking for this who is always holier than thou? So it's not, you don't come to TikTok and see some videos people saying a woman that does this is not good for marriage. That's nonsense. Date a woman during the dating period, find out who she is. And who that woman is what will make you a marriage, not what people are saying about her. There are people, there are men out here. They will tell you that men with six packs, not a good vibe for marriage. They will always cheat. Honey, there are men who are disciplined. They just go for six packs, not because they wanted it. It's just forming by itself. They're just eating well. They're going to the gym. Sometimes they're just lifting at home. And their body, because they're eating good foods, it's just forming. They're not doing it for the women. All right? All men that do this are not good for marriage. Social media is creating a lot of divorce because of speculations. Things are shared on social media here, things that are not true, but they are shared in a way that you can think they are very true. So that's it for today. There's so many reasons that we can still explain, but we will look at them in another time of our lives. So, guys, we are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. If you're watching me there, it's time for the questions. I'll take your questions and be happy to answer them if you have one. So you can bring on your question. Those who are on YouTube, you can leave a comment. I'll read your question. Teresa, I saw you. I saw your comment long time. And Sweeto, thank you. I see your comment, Sweeto. Thank you. God bless you. Thanks for being here. So I'm taking your questions, guys. If you have a question, I'll be taking it. If you're late like Amoshe Oscar, this video is available on my YouTube channel. You can hop there and watch them and learn and be mature enough to make the good decisions when you're getting married, so that you don't bring disaster that leads to divorce. You know, myself, I always tell my wife that no matter what happens here, the last thing that we can think about here is divorce. Yes, there are struggles. We are not happy. We are not the best couples. We are not having the best relationship out there. But the last thing that we are thinking about is divorce. We can fight. The fight is something that is there for everybody. All right? But the last thing that we want to think about is divorce. But for you to divorce, to know or to, avoid divorce is to learn. You need to learn to, I was just trying to block a thug who's trying to rob here. The thing is, no matter how difficult our marriage looks like, the last thing that we talk about is a divorce. How do you stop talking about divorce? You stop talking about threatening. I'll leave this marriage. How many of you are threatening their relationships? I'll leave. If this is what you are doing, I'll leave. That is the devil speaking in you. And even sometimes when things are bad, ladies and gentlemen, when things are bad in your marriage, things are bad in your relationship, don't ever even put it in your head as a thought, like, should I leave this marriage? Never think about it. The moment you put that thought of should I leave, that's where it goes. That's when your marriage goes. The moment you start thinking about should I leave, I don't like this man. I'm going to tell you, every marriage has got issues. Every man has got their own issue. Every woman has got their own issue. So make the right decision by the time you're marrying her, so that you don't start thinking about divorcing her. I want to leave. I want to go. Some of you are even packing your bags and leaving, and then you expect to come back later. My friend, if you do that for me, my wife, if you pack your things and go your home, we have a quarrel and you pack and leave. Hey, I can leave her if we have a quarrel and she wants space. That's okay. She sit down with me and tell me, honey, I just feel very empty. I just need space. Can I just go home and visit my mom and stay there for 2 weeks? I will be very happy. I will be very happy. I'll tell her, how can you go? You go visit your mom. I know things are not okay. But if she leaves me quarreling and arguing and abusive and packing her things, I'll never come back here. I'm packing my things, I'm going. Once you go, my friend, after 1 week, I'll be married. If you step out of that door, quarreling and shouting and doing all the rest. I'm telling you, after 1 week, I'll be married again. And you'll not come back to my house. Because I made a choice to marry the best of the best. And I'm working so hard to make sure that I give what is best for you. And no matter how I'm giving what is best for you, I can still fail. I'm a human being, I'll fail. So when I fail, I need you to understand that you failed and your failure is hurting me. So I just need space. Give me some space. I'll say, all right, take the space. Where do you want to go? I want to go to stay with my mom for a week, for 2 weeks, for 1 month. I'll be back. Yeah, your space is safe. I'm waiting for you. I'm expecting you in a month's time, in 2 months' time. But when you leave, hardly quarreling, shouting, throwing things there, it's done. That marriage is done. I'm marrying in 2 weeks' time. Somebody is saying, how quick? Ladies and gentlemen, let's now look at your comments. Let me look at your comments, guys, if there are questions there. Um, let me see. Have question. Thanks for joining the good place. I'm 30 years now in a marriage of 11 years. Amosha, that's good. Be blessed, bro. Keep pushing. I don't know. I think Amosha Oscar is a brother. Keep pushing, man. Never leave your marriage. Keep pushing. Things are going to be tough. It's not going to be easy every time, but never leave. Your marriage, before you leave it, make sure that the reason why you're leaving that marriage is a reason that can make anyone else out there to leave. Every marriage has got a problem. Every marriage has got issues. Leave your marriage only when somebody is not loyal to you. When they are cheating and they are doing it in a way that doesn't respect you. That's a free. I don't even ask questions. You can leave. But this guy is not providing the way I want. He's not remembering my birthdays. He's not. What a shitty thing, a reason for leaving a marriage. What happens when you separate for 6 years, then you, as a woman, decides to file a divorce, but he refuses? You force it to happen. If you have separated for 6 years, is there any relationship there? You're talking about 6 years. I told you that if you separate with me in a bad terms, 2 weeks is enough for me to move on. My dear sisters and brothers, the problem with you people, you don't know what life is. You don't know how precious that life is. Yesterday, may his soul rest in peace. There's one of comedians that is a very funny guy, young guy called KK Mwenyewe in Kenya. He's a comedian in Kenya, lost his life yesterday. We woke up to a very bad and sad news that KK Mwenyewe is gone. Do you know why life is important? Why do you have to babysit somebody? You gave your life to a man to be his wife, and you've stayed with him. And then he just brings some issues and runs away from you, leave you, and go stay with another woman. 2 weeks, you're still trying to reason, why did he leave me? Life is precious, sweetheart. Be an expensive commodity. Be a very expensive commodity out here. If you have issues in your marriage, if a woman or a man wants peace, wants space, it's acceptable. But how do you take that space? You take permission for the space. You don't leave your marriage in chaos. If you live in chaos, that marriage is gone. That's why in Muslims, what happens? If you want a divorce from Muslims, you just have to say it 3 times. I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. It's gone. Why are they given that permission? You need to take yourself as a precious commodity. Know your worth. You don't leave me and go where I don't know as a wife. You leave while we are arguing, then you pack your things and you leave. I don't even know where you are. Then after 1 week, you're coming back to my home. To do what? What are you coming for? Why are you coming back to my home? Where are you from? You've gone outside there, you've been impregnated by another man, so you tested and you got out that you are pregnant. So you are coming back to sleep with me to claim that I am the father of your child. A man leaves you at home with your children and disappears. You don't even know where he went. 6 years down the line, he's coming back telling you that you cannot file that divorce. No, sweetheart. Once somebody disappears from your life and it was somebody who was married to you, file that divorce. Force it. Go to the courts. When you're asking them, they'll say no. Go to the court. File a court. Just go and file a court case and make it happen. All right. Somebody is asking, do you believe it is possible for marriage to exist without conflict? Never. The person who asked that is Star Bernabo. There's no marriage that can stay and live forever without conflicts. If you are having a marriage without conflict, I don't know your definition of conflict. I don't know. Bernabo, let me make it and explain the conflict I'm talking about. A conflict is misunderstanding. It's sometimes someone crying, right? Sometimes someone not offering what you want. Sometimes someone failing to, your expectations. Those are what we call conflicts. I'm not talking about abusive conflict where somebody beats you up, somebody doesn't listen to you, doesn't want you to talk. No. But conflicts must be there, and they are what improves your marriage. You can know your man better when you are arguing. You can know your woman better when you are at argument. So there's no marriage that has no conflict. If yours is smooth without conflict, I can tell you, not 100%, but to some extent, either your man or your woman is having someone they are conflicting with. For example, I gave an example here some times back. If you want to know your man has a side chick, you are at home always the first person. Your man always comes home and he never talks about his work. He never talks about the traffic. He never talks about how his boss is pushing him. He never talks about how his project is really a headache on him. He never talks about his business, how difficult life is out there. That's a sign that man could be seeing someone. If he's not seeing someone, he's either a mama's boy. There are two things. A man who's not sharing his daily troubles, a man who's not conflicting with you, who's not, having these little, misunderstanding with you, is either having a side chick or is a mama's boy. What mama's boys do while they're driving, they call their mom and they tell their mom all the things, including the wife. You are part of his conflict, you are the part of his headache. So he talks to his mom, and first of all, is like, oh, now I'm going back to that. Oh, my mom, I don't know. I don't know why I made choice of this woman. I was at work, mom, and this and that happened. Now it's too traffic. And the moment he's approaching your house, he switched off the phone. And then he comes in. And when he comes, he's there, sweetheart, hi, he gives you a peck and he goes inside. He takes shower, he does everything, and life continues, and you go to bed. That man is either a mama's boy or he's seeing someone. The same happens to women. There are women who are daddy's daughters, and women who are also having some people they are flirting with. So if she's not telling you her daily chaos, her those are what we call conflicts. They are bound to be there. You have to have conflicts in marriages. No marriage is just smooth. If it is smooth, there is someone that is lying to the other. Tell me, I want to ask you a question. Picture your home where you are living. Is there any day, is there any year or a month that went without you arguing with your mother? Is there any season that went without you arguing with your siblings? So what happens at your home? Charity begins at home. What you see happening in your home is going to happen in your marriage. You will argue the same way you argue with your brothers. Sometimes you don't even talk to each other. Sometimes you don't eat in the same plate. And this is your brother. The same thing is going to happen because you have a genuine love. And what gives your marriage a genuine marriage is you will have this conflict, but you'll solve them. Sometimes my wife is going to kill me for saying this, but you see, my brother, the best way to solve conflicts, is the way I do it, is argue with her. Argue, let her, spread his hands, and you never understand me, honey. You never, I don't know. I didn't intend to do this. Women are very defensive. So when she's defending herself, push her to the wall. Push her to the wall. Tell her, no, you have to take accountability for this. You did it. It's a mistake you did. You have to take accountability. Then you will see them start crying. That's what women do. They become emotional. They now play victim. She did a mistake. You are trying to correct her. You are trying to advise her. Now she starts to cry. What are you going to do? The best thing to do, make her know it. Don't stop. Let her cry. But once you have made sure that she have understood, because I'll tell you one thing about women. Women are going to listen. When you're telling her, she will listen, but she will react to defend herself because that's how they were created. They are daddy's daughters. And daddy always protect them. Daddy always, like my sister, my younger sister, every time mom was shouting to my younger sister, my father would come in and say, no, 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 don't shout at my mom-in-law, because sister, my sister's name is my grandmom's name. So dad used to call her my in-law. So don't shout at her. Come here, Helen, come here. And my sister will run to dad. So sometimes they will listen, but they will always defend themselves. So when they defend themselves, keep telling them, let them cry. But what do you do after that? Hold her tightly, kiss her like you've never kissed her, and take her to the best place and make love to her. She will never think about that quarrel. She'll never think about you as a bad man. The problem with us men, you're shouting, you're having a conflict. Then you throw your hands and you leave, you go to work. Don't quarrel with her when you are going to work. Quarrel with her when you are back home. When you know that all this, after this fight, we are going to stay at home. After that fight, make love to her. She will never know that you are a bad man, even if you're bad. But you see, when you quarrel and then you leave home, you go to work and you leave her there, that marriage is breaking into pieces. So that's a secret for the men. The best way to sustain your marriage is to ignore things concerning marriage. That's good. I got first, second, and third without having a job, but after I got my fourth kid, now I'm working in. Okay, all right, all right. Let me see if there's any question. Those are comments from Amoshe. First, blame God for giving me many kids, but now I know. Mr. Gora, he leaves you to avoid responsibility, but later on he doesn't not want to see you with a man. Aswito, are all these things happening to you, or you're just creating stories? It's happening to you. Like I told you, Aswito, you don't even need to tell us what he did. Once a man leaves your marriage, once a man runs away from you, 2 weeks is enough. I'm telling you guys, if a man runs away from responsibilities and he's nowhere to be seen for 14 days, it's enough. Make a decision. If a woman runs away from you, no reason, you don't know where they are, they just disappeared. 14 days is enough. Make a decision. If it's a divorce, divorce it. If it is just like you want to find them out where they are, find them out. But 14 days is enough for you to make a decision. Because in 14 days, still you can solve your issues. More than that, people have separated and emotions have run in place, and you cannot solve your problems again. No matter how beautiful, handsome, rich that man is, after 14 days, that is 2 weeks of being away from each other, not in good terms, because you are away from each other for 14 days, you are not talking, you're not having a communication. What happens? You lose your attachment. Once you lose your attachment, you cannot come back again to start solving those attachments. That's what I'm saying. If you're married and you're having issues, before you leave that home, live in good terms, even when people are on bad terms. Leave by telling him that, honey, I'm leaving. I'm going to mom's place. I'm going to my sister's place. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. When you go to your mom's place, don't tell your mom that I came here because we were fighting. When you go to your sister's place, don't go there and tell your sister, I came here because I was fighting my husband. Go there, don't tell them, just tell them, hi, I came to see you, I came to visit. Stay there, okay? Cool down your tempers and go back to your husband. The biggest threat of doing this, what I'm saying is, people go to their mother's place, their sister's place, and then they tell them that, you know what, my husband cheated, and that is now the worst part of it. That's the worst part of it. Your mother might tell you to leave that marriage. Your sister might tell you to leave that marriage, but it might be not the best decision you want. So go stay with them, go as a visitor, buy them some things. In fact, even tell your husband, you are leaving in pain, but tell her, I'm going tomorrow to see my mom. I just want to have some peace. I need some space. So I'm going tomorrow to see my mom. I need some cash to buy her some things. He will take ATM card and put it there, or he will send you money in a bad mood, but already he has sent you. Even if he's sending it in a bad mood, he has sent it. Go budget, buy some things for your mom, and go see your mom. Stay with your mom for some few days. This time, sometimes you send Messages, you are quarreled. Yeah, you quarreled. But in the morning, hi, honey, good morning. Or sometimes, no, honey. You just say, good morning. And he replies, good morning too. But you know, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you get to good morning, Han. 4 days, good morning, honey. 5 days, good morning, sweetheart. Fifth day, good morning, my wife. Good morning, my husband. Sixth day, you are going back to your home. But people don't know this. People fight. They want to stay there. They want to quarrel. They want to tell their parents. And before you know it, divorce happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of our life today. I don't see whether we have got other questions. Um, I don't know whether we don't have any questions now. So we're gonna end it here, guys. If you came late to my live, remember I'm live on YouTube as well. You can jump on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is John Gora. I'm doing live always on TikTok and also on YouTube, teaching people on how you can, create space for your relationship. Not that we are perfect. I've always said here that don't come here to start watching me, thinking that I'm perfect and wishing that you are married to me. No, I'm the worst man for you. Our marriage, my marriage and you cannot maybe last even 2 days. We will be divorced the next day. What am I saying? I'm not perfect because I'm telling you what to do. I'm perfect to the person I'm with and what I'm doing to her. She knows where my perfection is. She knows where my weaknesses are. So don't ever see people on social media here and think like, I just want marriage like them. I just want a man like him. No, you've got to know who you are talking to. You've got to know who you are dating. You've got to know the person that is behind you. You've got to know the person in front of you. So when you come here, come and pick the lessons. After you pick the lessons, don't come here as a woman and start looking at me and say, I wish my boyfriend were like him. You are making big problems. Just say, I wish my boyfriend could do what he's saying. That is how people learn. So that next time you hear that something happened wrong with your teacher or with your pastor or with your who, you don't look at it that, hata pastor, he, even him. No, we are all human beings and we have weaknesses. So when you come for these classes, open your mind to get the lesson. Don't open your eyes to start looking at me like, oh, he's so handsome and he's so wise. I wish he was mine. No, I'm telling you, if you are given a space to date me, if you get chance to speak to my wife and you ask her that if I got a chance to be with him for 1 week, how happy will I be? She'll tell you your life will be miserable. I can allow you to be with him for 1 week and you return him to me. Why? What I'm saying is this: compatibility is what is important. It's not the man you're seeing in front of you. So don't choose a man because you see how he's living, because you see what he's saying, because you see how he's dressing. Choose them because you have tried and you can compat. His lifestyle, the way he does things, his actions, the way he treats you is compatible. You can relate to it. Then take that man. But if you're taking them because you're seeing them talking, having wisdom, doing this, you will be taking the right man, but you as a person, you're not right for them. You're not compatible. You can't compat. You are not right for me. Yes, I'm wise. I know what to do with you. I know how to handle every kind of a woman. But are you a woman who can handle my wisdom? Can you handle my life? Can you handle my busy schedules? Can you handle my busy kind of lifestyle? Are you ready not to go to Dubai because I have to go for a certain conference? We were planning to go to Dubai and then I canceled that, a trip. Now I'm going for a certain conference. Are you ready to handle it? Or you will be like, oh, you don't always care about me. We have been planning this trip for the last 5 months. Now you are again canceling it. You will divorce me, right? So don't see people and then want to be with them. Find out who they are. There was a time when I was a young guy, when I was growing up, there were some buses, that were plying Busia to Bungoma route. And, there were some good vibes written behind this car that in Swahili it was written, kaa nao ndio ujue tabia zao, meaning live with them so that you can know their traits or their character. Don't just watch them and think that their character is the best that you're looking for. So come here, learn, take the lessons that you've learned, put it in practice, and become a better person. Thank you guys for coming. God bless you. If you're watching me on YouTube, Teresa, thank you so much. I saw your comments every now and then. You're the one who was commenting. Um, so thank you for being there, and I wish to see you again on Friday. Tomorrow we are always taking off on Thursdays. We don't do lives. See you again on Friday morning, same time from 6 a.m. East African time or Asian time, 6 a.m. to 7:30. We are always doing our live. So I'm still having some 10 minutes. Is there anyone who has a question that feels that his question maybe will be left behind? If not, I'm ending my live stream now because time is up and we've talked so much. And I feel now it's time for me to also take time and relax. Thank you for coming. God bless you. See you again on Friday.